Hey YouTube, this your girl Tamara, and you're watching Southern Reality TV. So, I'm here to talk about Big Brother Season 14. Now, I've repeated this over and over and over again. I love Big Brother, and that's my favorite all-time show. And if I could go on any reality show, that would be the one. But, let's get right on into it. Now, first of all, Big Brother is a show where 14 people, 14 strangers come into the house, and it's cameras everywhere around the house, everywhere. And you have to play competitions, you have to bicker, you have to scheme, you have to lie, you have to do everything possible to be the last person standing in order to win the money, the prize. So, this year it's kind of different. This year it's, I think, 10 people came into the house. No, 11 people came into the house. 10 or 11 people came into the house, strangers. And they came in thinking that, you know, they was going to play the normal Big Brother game. Well, the difference is past players from past seasons that were like, made big statements and played really good games are able to come back into the house, not to play, but to be the coaches. So it's 4 players, and they're Mike Boogie. Mike Boogie, he won Big Brother at one point, and he also came back for the All-Star season, season 7. And he is like this arrogant guy, you know. They took over the house on season 2 when he won, and him and his friend Will, and Will is like a plastic surgeon, and they, you know, these real arrogant guys. So they basically took over the house, and he had this little showman, and he really just kind of like broke her heart. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness. So then Janelle is, you know, is hot, blonde, really tall, you know, and she's like the queen of the competitions. Like, she won like all the vetoes, all the head of households. I'm being dramatic, but she won a lot of competitions in her both seasons, season 6 and 7. And then there's Dan, and he won season 10, I think. Season 10. And he basically was loved by everyone, and he won with like, with 7-0. So he basically, you know, hit it at the park. And then you have Brittany, and she was the naive girl next door, cheerleader type, who went along and followed these, you know, this group of men. They're called the Brigade, and they kind of like cut her at the end because they used her for her vote, you know, to get her so far, and then they cut her right at the end. So it was kind of like, you know, a sad story. So they get to come back and coach the people in the house. So the twist of the show, along with, you know, that the coaches they get to have coaches. The twist is that one of the guys that's in the house now, well, that came into the house, is the brother of Russell Brand from Survivor. So if you watch Survivor, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, creepy. So he said, you know, I'm going to come in here. I'm not going to play my brother's game. I'm going to come in here and win and show him how to be a winner. So, because Russell has not won. He just talk a lot of junk, and he's real evil, and he always lying and scheming. So I'm like, okay, this should be interesting. Well, remember when I told you that, yeah, they voted the black girl off first. Well, we all knew that was going to happen. And I felt a certain way about it, but I'm you know, that's my favorite show. So y'all gonna have to do a lot more in order for me to not watch. So she's going. So Dan has 2 players now. Episode, Russell Brand's brother wins, which is Willie. That's his name. Willie wins, and he's on Brittany's team. So he wins, and Brittany made him head of household. He's head of household. So I think his name is Russell Brand. It may not be Russell Brand. Russell Brand probably is the guy who married Katy Perry, but his first name is Russell. So just know that his first name is Russell. He's from Survivor. So y'all put 2 and 2 together and make 4. Okay? Like, I don't know. Anywho, so Willie is head of household. Willie is like the big man on campus. He is really feeling himself. He goes to Frank, and Frank is this tall, nice guy, really good looking, nice hair, and just really cool. So he goes to Frank. He invites Frank up to his room because each head of household has their own special room. This season, the coaches have a room too. So he goes to Frank and he says, Frank, I want us to work together. I trust you. I like your kind. I think we can work well together. We can take over the house, and you and me need to be partners. Frank said, okay, I accept your deal. Let's do it like that. You in charge. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Just don't put me on the block. Okay. Willie says, no, I won't put you on the block. Okay, so that's what happens with that. Make a long story short, Janelle and Brittany decide to come together and bring their teammates together. So it's 6 against 5, in the house. And they put, a little bug in Willie's ear and say, hey, we should get Frank out. Frank is a really nice guy. Everybody loves him. We should get him out first. Well, Willie, said, okay, cool, let's do it like that. And he puts Frank and one of Dan's team members, Kara, on the block. So, you're thinking, what the fuck? We just made a deal. Not even a week ago, we just made a deal, and then you already put me on the block. What's that all about? Well, Frank was offended, but he also wanted to talk to Willie first before he jumped to any conclusions. Game talk now. It's game talk. It's time to play. Okay, it's time to strategize and get it done. So Frank goes to Willie and was like, what's the problem? I thought you said we was gonna make a deal. What happened? And Willie gives him this little talk and basically tell him look, the game is, the deal is still on, whack, lies. So that's done for now. Everybody is, squirming around the house because don't nobody want to leave. So Kara doing game talk because she's like, I don't want to leave. Boogie is going to Brittany and trying to intimidate her, but that didn't work. He goes to Janelle and throws Dan up under the bus, and that didn't work. Janelle goes to Dan and tells Dan that Boogie threw him up under the bus, and it's just a whole bunch of nobody really has each other back. But that's Big Brother. And it's just the first week, and it's so much gameplay going, and it's just the first week. Normally, the first week, everybody knows who's going to leave. And it's really not a big deal. We're going to vote so-and-so and so off. Nobody likes them, or they're weird, or they're not cute enough, or, they don't talk, and, we're going to vote them off. That's what happens the first week. The gameplay, it really doesn't really get real good until maybe the going into the third week. Right at nominations, people are beginning to not like each other, and then going into third week is gameplay. It's on from there. But it's happening fast this season. So anyway, so everybody's game talking, everybody's trying to figure out, what's going on, whose side I'm gonna be on, who am I going to align myself with, So let's see. Read notes. Pause. Okay. So the veto competition, Shane gets to play, and he's also a part of Brittany's team. So Shane gets to play. He wins veto. He chooses not to use it. Therefore, Frank and Kara are still on the block, and that's the end of that. So that went pretty well the way Willie wanted it to go. Well, Brittany gets paranoid in between, this time, because the coaches are not supposed to be involved in voting or anything like that. They're not supposed to be involved in the game except for coaching their team members. And she looks on the board, because it's a board with all the faces, and they have keyholes next to their pictures. And now the coaches have keyholes. So she's putting two and two together. She go up to Willie, head of household, and that's her teammate, and she's telling him, look, like, something is going on. I think that the coaches are going to be put into the game. Look, normally it's 14 people coming in the house. Once Kara leaves, we're going to be down to 10. That's not enough for a full season, putting two and two together. Well, Willie gets paranoid, and he goes into this, I don't even know. I don't even want to call it a rage yet. He was just tripping. So they downstairs, and coaches, teammates, everybody together. Everybody together. He says, hey, house meeting, and I want to talk to all of the players. Not the coaches, just the players. So Janelle hears house meeting, and she get up about to go to the house meeting, and he was like, no, just players. He gave her the knee like, no, just players. So he goes up there, and he was like, look, we need to we need to realize what's going on in here. It's a possibility that the coaches may be coming into the game, and we need to play our own game. We don't need to listen to the coaches, because at the end of the day, they're trying to win money too, and just going. And all of the other players are looking at him like, where is this coming from? Like, even his own teammates are like, what the hell? And I'm thinking, like, what is going through this man's head? He said he don't want to come in here and play Russell's game, but that's what you're doing. You're paranoid, you're lying to everyone, and you're just stupid. Like, what in the world? First of all, you having that meeting and isolating yourself from the coaches just shows that you cannot be trusted, and you are a firecracker, and you are able to explode at any point. Your own coach is losing faith in you. So, but anyway, child, that's what's going on. So they leave the room, and everybody, just talking. And that's when the he say, she say begins. Frank tries to go talk to Willie one last time to get an understanding of what the hell is going through this man's head, and he was interrupted by some irrelevant bullshit. So he was like, look, Willie trying to blow me off, so look, I'm done with him. I done cut him off. We're not working together no more. She said is going around the house. Next thing you know, Frank and Willie have gotten into a fight. They bickering, they going at each other, they calling each other out on the table. Frank said, look, you pulled me to the side the first day and told me that you wanted to work with me, and then you put me on the block. What does that say? And they just just going at it. And that's when we realized that Willie Brand, whoever he is, Willie whoever, he is crazy. Okay? And we find out that he is not going to last long at all. And all of their whole group, all the brothers, because we had the nephew on Survivor too, and we found out that he was a nutcase. So all of those people are crazy. They're crazy. And they keep trying to come on national television and make a fool of themselves. So that's what happened with that. They get into a fight. Well, the end of the episode, at the end of the nomination episode, the eviction episode, I'm sorry, Frank stays. Janelle tells all her team members, look, vote for Kara. We're going to keep Frank in the house because we want him to stay in the house so him and Willie can fight to keep the heat off of us. So she says, y'all vote for Kara. Kara leaves the house. Dan has one player now. Guess who wins head of household? Yes, Frank. Frank wins head of household. Karma is a motherfucker. Frank wins head of household, and now he is in charge. And Willie is like at the bottom of the barrel now. Okay? And he's pissed. He is pissed. He cannot be happy at all. He's a sore loser. Brittany, by this time, is like, look, I want to disassociate myself with him. I wish he was not one of my team members. He is going to bring us down. I can't deal. Janelle is telling her, look, everybody dislikes him at this point. Needs to go. He needs to go. I'm sorry, he needs to go. When Frank wins head of household, we also find out that during the the coaches competition, whoever wins that competition, the coach gets to choose who, if they want to switch out one of their players, who's going to be safe for the week, who's a have and have not, who's a have not. They get to choose all that. So that was perfect. I'm thinking that's perfect. Like, Brittany, that's perfect. You win coaches competition, girl. You can get rid of Willie, send him over to Dan. That way, Dan and Willie will be sent out the house. Deuces. That's one less coach and 3 less players you have to worry about. You get rid of Dan. You get a really nice girl. Her and Shane are coupled up. So that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. But it didn't happen like that. Brittany was in the lead during the coaches competition. Brittany was in the lead. Then she fell off. Sorry. Damn, Brittany. She fell off. Then Boogie was in the lead, but he's so damn arrogant. He wanted to be so cool, and he dropped before he hit the buzzer, and he lost. And so Janelle won. She kept all her players. She put all Brittany's players on have not, and put Ian on have not. So they have to eat pork rinds and pudding. And I was like, shit, y'all got pudding. That's pretty good. And pork rinds, shit. I know about some pork rinds. My grandma eat pork rinds all the time. You get the pork rinds, the hot ones, they real good. They good. They salty. They good. Put in. That's pretty good. That's better than slop. But anyway, that's what happened with that. What else? Oh, so Willie gets into a huge fight because he is so pissed off. He get into a huge fight with Joe. He actually charged at him. He was, I guess, about to hit him, but Joe was like, shit, what's up? He was looking at him like, I ain't backing down. What it is. And they had a little staring match, like a little staring match, and Willie kind of bumped him a little bit, and he was sent packing. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen from here. This review was a little long. It's not gonna be long next time. Excuse me. It's not gonna be long next time. It was a little long because I had to catch up. I gotta catch up. But y'all, that's what it is. It's getting good. Willie gone. We're not going to have the drama no more, but we're going to find out what's going to happen from here on out. I can't wait. So, like this video if you like. I want you to. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all need to get into this, big brother. I'll see y'all later. Peace.